This is super awesome. Love this guy. I have the opportunity and honor to work with him as well at Chorus Entertainment right here in Ottawa. His name, Jesse Reynolds from Jump 106.9.
Hey!
Good morning. You're, of course, part of the morning show on Jump 106.9.
Yes, I am. It's almost bedtime for me.
Yeah, you should be napping.
We'll get through it.
Awesome.
I should be napping, yeah. I haven't actually learned to nap yet.
No?
Really?
Gotta learn that, yeah.
Well, I remember from doing the morning show, you take a nap and then all of a sudden you can't fall asleep at night, and then it's 3 in the morning. And
Yeah, and what year is it? You know, you get confused.
Yeah, when do you go to bed at night then?
I aim for 7:30, but
Really?
usually it's more like 8:39. So,
Wow.
no. Catch up on weekends.
Catch up on weekends.
it's very
Anyway.
tough to go to bed at 7:30 when
That's
it's
a
still
tough one.
bright for the next 3 hours.
Especially in the summer, yeah.
So, obviously you're a comedian. You've been doing this for quite some time, and it's very cool because you're part of the Yuk Yuk show this weekend with Scott Thompson from Kids in the Hall.
So exciting.
We'll get to that, but your radio career, you won a contest. You didn't always want to do radio, but all of a sudden you're a morning show guy.
I know, isn't it crazy? And I have stand-up to thank, really, because I think if I wasn't doing stand-up, I'm not sure I would have won the talent surge. So I tell anyone that wants to break in the business, start doing stand-up, because that's the way to get yourself out there, and you're making your own show. But no, I never thought I was going to be in radio. I didn't think I had the voice for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Clearly you don't need a voice for radio. I mean, I'm in radio.
Oh,
too,
stop.
Yeah, but you got the hair.
Yeah, because it's all about the hair on radio.
Clearly
Yeah.
you need hair for radio, but no, you're awesome. I was listening this morning. I change around from radio station from Boom and 106.
Tammy.
I do. I'm sorry, I cheat on all you guys, but
Wow.
She's honest.
no, you're funny. I was listening to a lot of stuff this morning, and it's true. You know where your callings are because you just have to be vulnerable for a minute, and then you're out there, and then people realize that when you're vulnerable for a moment, you realize that that's where you're meant to be.
Exactly.
So as soon as you just take that little leap of faith for a couple seconds, and then you're right out there. So it's. I was laughing, and my kids were laughing, and it was fun. So
I went to school for theater, actually, but then
Did you
I was,
really?
doing the audition thing, as many actors do. Nothing was coming through, so I thought, I've got to do something. And I think it was an interview with Jerry Seinfeld or Johnny Carson or something. They said, do stand-up, and that's how you get recognized. And within a couple months, I had a job on the radio, so
See,
it
there
worked.
you go.
Yeah.
And you got to keep plugging at them, and you annoy them like
Exactly.
crazy until they just can't say no anymore.
Yeah, that's it.
So let's go back to the early days
Yeah.
because, I mean, it wasn't all fame and celebrity here in Ottawa. I mean, growing up, you had a tough time.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to use the word bully. I feel like we throw that word around so much these days, but I think we were all picked on. I'm sure you were picked on for something. What do you remember what it was? Your hair? Probably.
I was a little overweight.
I was doing it before
yeah,
I came back
me
from
too.
commercial.
Yeah, what was that?
I said I was doing it before we came back
She
from
just picked
commercial.
on me. I didn't need to be 8 for this.
But yeah, like I was saying, so for me it was my voice, because I have a bit of the gay accent, not so bad anymore, but when I was younger it really came out, hey girl, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Not because I tried to, it just comes with the territory sometimes, so that's why I thought, I did theater, wanted to do TV, everything, but I just never thought radio would be for me, because in radio, all you have is your voice.
Yeah.
So I love to tell that story, because now that I work in the radio, to think back to those days when I was teased for my voice, or I didn't think it would make me any money, now it's paying my bills.
Now you can hit them with your wallet.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I love
nice.
it. I love it.
Beautiful.
So tell us about Yuk Yuks.
So this Thursday to Saturday, Scott Thompson, how cool is that? Yeah, Kids in the Hall. People might know him better these days from The Day Kathy Snapped meme. Have you seen that? He's in a blonde bob wig. It says, The Day Kathy
I haven't
Snapped.
seen it.
Oh, it's going
Oh,
around.
I
I'll
have
send
to watch
to
it now. Yeah,
I'll
please
tweet
do.
you.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, he's great. And in preparing for the shows, I was researching a bit about Scott Thompson. I didn't know this, but he was kicked out of third-year university for being disruptive. Imagine that, Scott Thompson.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, so he's going to be telling all kinds of crazy stories because he's not a stand-up by trade. He's a sketch comedian, so he's hosting the night, and he should be telling all kinds of crazy stories.
Wow.
He was in a terrorist firebombing. He has all kinds of experiences on Broadway. I think he's a serious actor now on Hannibal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
nice. Now, you're talking about the night, but it's actually a bunch of nights.
Yeah.
Yes, Thursday to Saturday.
Yeah, at
So-
Yuk Yuk's on Elgin.
Yeah, Laugh Out Proud, part of their Pride lineup. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because Pride Week obviously kicked off yesterday in the nation's capital.
Sure
It's going
did.
all into the weekend. I mean, how important is it for you to be on this bill and to celebrate your Pride?
Oh, well, it's so fun. I mean, Pride to me means no carbs for a month, but, it's really just an excuse for a great party. And the great thing about Pride is it's inclusive. I think it says it right on their website, open, inclusive. And that's what Pride's all about. Families are welcome. It's no judgment. There's even more kid zones these days. So I'm really excited to be on the bill with Kyle Brownrigg, my good friend, hilarious guy. Also, J.J. Lieberman and Ashley Moffat will be there too.
Awesome. And what's the theme this year for the Pride?
Bathrooms without borders, safe spaces for all.
Oh, wow.
Little pop quiz there, Tammy.
That's very
See
cool.
what you did there.
Yeah.
So people will be incorporating that theme into their floats. So we'll see a lot of, toilet paper. I don't know what else, but it should be interesting. It's important.
Sounds sexy.
It is.
Yeah.
Toilet papers on floats and stuff.
And what are some of the events that are coming up this week?
So tomorrow night there is the family picnic in the park for LGBT families. You don't have to be LGBT to go, and that's something I tell people. A lot of people have asked me, I'm not gay, but I'd love to come.
Well, that's part of the inclusive, right?
Exactly.
So it's all about supporting being inclusive, being part of the community. That's why you gotta go.
Yeah, and also tomorrow night there is Human Rights Vigil. We've come a long way as a community, but there's still a lot of work to do, as we were reminded what happened in Orlando this year. Very sad. So all kinds of stuff going on. OttawaCapitalPride.ca, I believe, is the website.
Where's the park tomorrow night? Do you know which park it's taking place at?
I'm not sure. Downtown.
Go to the website.
Go to the website. I don't work for them.
No, I get that. Cool. And Jesse Reynolds does an amazing job on Jump 1069. It's very cool to know you, and I've seen you doing your comedy stuff before the radio too. So, and any chance you can get to see Jesse in a club, especially
for sure,
this week,
especially Yuk Yuk's. I mean, world renowned. They're celebrating their 40th year this year as well. Jesse Reynolds, good luck this weekend with Scott Thompson at Yuk Yuk's.
Thank you very much.
And of course, you can tune in to hear Jesse in the morning on Jump 1069 with Gord and Jenna. Always tons of fun. Coming up, parkour. Maybe Jesse will stick around and do some parkour. Do you know anything about parkour?
I can pretend.
Well, it
watch.
could be dangerous. We'll see.
Video.
People could get injured next on Daytime. Another reason to stick around. Daytime Ottawa.